I have Mina doing the countdown for me. So let's see. How's my countdown coming?
It's now 7:15. Sorry.
I mean, I have the camera on right now. Huh? I'm not sure if this is on the scheduled thing, but that's why I started it early, because I have the 7:15 scheduled. 7:15. So, good morning. Welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection Daily Inventory. And I am here in Salem, Massachusetts. Oh my gosh. So, okay, good. I see people are starting to show up. I'm not sure if this showed the calendar where it said I was going to be doing it at 7:15. I hope it did. Because I'm here. Wow. So we are here to move the daughter out of her dorm room, which means she's even getting more older. So she's going to be moving to her first apartment, and we are feeling old. So, welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection Daily Inventory. Chance to check in with the universe. Chance to say hi to everybody. And chance to listen to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. So, and the weather is kind of nice out there. Looks like it might be a little bit cloudy, but shouldn't be too much rain. We are going to spend the whole day here in Salem just walking around. Try not to spend too much money considering where we just came back from. So I've got my feet planted firmly on the ground. I'm not sure where yours are, but mine are nice and comfortable. This rug is actually kind of fluffy under my feet. So, rolling my ankles, oh, that feels good. And then, of course, having the butt do the kitty dance. Oh, then that feels good. And just kind of rolling the shoulders, which reminds me about taking that breath. And checking in with the neck. All this showing that, as I've talked about before, the light switch. When you do something long enough, whether my light switch is listening to the cards, to the sounds of the ocean, or doing yoga, or just breathing exercises, doesn't matter where we are. And actually, I'm going to turn this off. How do I turn you off? There we go. Doesn't matter where we are, because when we have a ritual, we have something like that, it's our light switch. It says, all right, time to go into a different mode. So I've been doing this for so many years that even sitting here in Salem, or when I'm even training, just talking about it, I have a trigger. I listen to that, and it says, okay, it's time to actually go into that meditative mode, kind of like switching gears. So normally I would have my second camera. I'd click on that and we'd see my nice little tabletop. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make our 3 stacks. It's like each one's a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in a multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path. This conversation's a totally different path from this one. And the question is, which stack do we want to choose? So this morning, all bright-tailed and bushy-eyed, let's take the center stack, or what I like to think of as things that are right at the heart. Oh, let me see. Live chats. Let's do all visible. Can we do that? That sounds like magic. People are chatting. How do I get to that? Honey, I should have you log in and tell me what the chats are saying. I can't see chats. I see a hi. I click on that. Well, I'm missing all the regulars, but looks like some people are here, so I'm ecstatic. So, what am I going to do next is I'm going to do hour 3 and 1, where you can't see them. Wish I could see my chats, but oh well. I believe Maureen, Jenny, Angelina, somebody will keep everybody nice in order and in line. So, what I'll do is I'll flip each one over one at a time, like we're reading the pages of a book. And of course, as I always say, this is the exciting part. See what that first card's going to be. Oh, and we have 3 of coins. So in numerology, 3s are about growth, moving forward. One's coin, it's like a seed we've planted because coins are home, health, finances, all the things that keep us grounded. 2 is when we're making choices about things around the home and things that keep us grounded. And 3s are like that arrowhead. That means that we're just moving forward. So the 3 of coins. So let's see where we go with that. We have the Joker. So the Fool, Lamat. And what is this card? So when we see the Fool, it can go a couple different ways. One way is that are we walking off a cliff? Are we doing stuff and not realizing it? Are we ignoring the obvious? But we're dealing with a 3 of coins here. And that's kind of like about growth. And it's kind of like, just trusting things, trying to get things done, just trust the process. The Fool's not disturbed by the other things around him. There's things going on, and the Fool's going to just keep, not even let this cat right here or the dog is not even bothering him as he's trying to scratch the nether regions. And the Fool's just looking up. So with the 3 of coins and the Fool, we're still waiting to see what the Fool might be looking up at. So to get the full story, we have the Emperor. So what we have here then with the 3 of coins, the Fool, which is a major, and the Emperor as a major. So like I like to say that the minors, the numbered cards, the 3 of coins, day-to-day cards, welcome to a lovely Friday. The majors we pay attention to. So as I see the Fool and I see the King, for me, they're actually reversed. It's like, whatever reason, this is showing backwards. But the Fool has come up to the King. And when I see this, it's almost like the King is, what are the King? The Emperor, I should be saying the Emperor is what? Our adulting card. The Emperor is the one that needs to make sure things get done. The Emperor is the one that keeps the electricity on. We have the kings that do that also in the court cards. But again, this is a major. And the Emperor is one of those destiny cards, one of those things that, that really implies importance. So I'm looking at the Fool who's got his chin up looking at the King. His eyes are actually looking at the King, and the King is looking straight across at him. And I almost have the impression that the king is actually learning something from the fool. So with the three of coins, there's things that we want to get done. There's things that we want to do. You know, um, our yard is looking wonderful. We are even mowing it this year. I'm taking care of all the trimming and stuff like that. So I'm watching our yard grow. We've come here. We put our daughter into college. Now she's moving into an apartment. That's growth. That's that three growth. A couple of different ways to handle it is we could be really stressed out about it. And it's like, it's not about putting the daughter into college. It's about where we're going to find the money. Or why am I driving 8 hours to help somebody when I could be at home, kicked back, all comfortable. But with the Fool, it's about letting go. It's about breathing through it. And ultimately, when we come to the adulting card and the Emperor, we're learning from the Fool. We're going to get these things done. We're going to move her, but we're going to find joy in doing that. So let's see the advice card then. And the advice card is one of the most boring cards in the deck. It is the Eight of Coins. If you've seen Pamela Coleman Smith's wonderful Eight of Coins, she's got the guy sitting on a bench. He's making a coin. He hangs it up. He comes back down. He grabs another coin. He makes a coin. He hangs it up. He comes back down. It's just that process. It's putting one foot in front of the other. We have different ways we can handle difficult, boring, or dragged out processes. We can let it wear us down. We can have a tower where it's like, I can't take it anymore. Or we can find that childlike joy in all that adulting process. And that's kind of like what this is saying today. It's like, we need to go through our steps, do what we're doing. But even going to work, we may complain about traffic, but if the sound system that's probably in your car, if you had that as a teenager, do you know how much that sound system would have cost you back then? So I'm slightly older. So I just imagine the 1980s and the 8-track player I had in my car. The sound system I have now would have been a $30,000 sound system. So I can take it for granted, or I can crank it up and I can drive to work being this guy, not caring whether people hear me singing or not, so that I can do this. So today, just follow the Eight of Coins. Enjoy the steps. Enjoy the process. Find something that gives pleasure as we do the day-to-day, because it's the small things that add up to the majors. And how we do our adulting and any joy that we get from it is based on our attitudes and how we decide to come at it. So it's the weekend. Feel like the Emperor, be the Emperor, but find the joy that goes with that. So I'm going to finish getting ready. I'm going to head out the door, and I'm going to try and enjoy myself for all the driving we have to do, all this stuff about moving the daughter. And I'm going to see what pleasures we can find just in the process. Thanks again. Take care. And I will be back again on Monday at my regular place. Same bat channel, same bat time. So thank you again. Take care. Let's see how I close this out.